Let us see the example. Fleming's right hand rule. Okay. North pole, south pole. These are the flux lines. Okay. Consider a conductor is rotating in the clockwise direction. Okay. Conductor is rotating in the clockwise direction. Name it for the conductor's positions. Okay. Name it for the conductor positions as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. See, here conductor is moving upwards, rotating in the upward direction, which shows the thumb direction. Okay, which shows the thumb direction. This is magnetic field is flowing from north to south. This shows the, this forefinger shows the magnetic field direction. Stretch your fingers, thumb and the forefinger. Then middle finger shows into the plane, means into the conductor. This, the polarity we take it as a cross mark. Okay, into the plane polarity we take it as a cross mark. Okay, we take it as a cross mark. Let us take cross mark as a positive polarity. Okay, positive polarity. Next, consider this position, second position. Okay, the conductor is moving downwards and north to south the field is moving. This is the forefinger direction and this is the thumb direction. Then the middle finger shows out to the plane. Okay, middle finger shows out to the plane. Out to the plane gives the polarity. We make it polarity as a dot. Let us consider the dot polarity as a negative polarity. Okay, in the first position and the third position, here no flux lines are cutting, since conductor and the flux lines are in the parallel. Okay, conductor and flux lines are in the parallel. There is no induced EMF. Since it has no induced EMF, E is equal to 0. Okay, these are the polarities we can find from the Fleming's right hand rule. Let us draw a graph from these positions. Okay, at position 1, okay, at position 1 induced EMF E is equal to 0. At position 2 EMF is equal to negative maximum. Okay, maximum EMF is induced in the second position with negative polarity. In the third position EMF induced is equal to 0. Okay, here. In the fourth position EMF induced is positive polarity and the maximum EMF is induced. In the fifth position EMF induced is 0. Let us plot a graph. Take this as a space angle or position angle. This is EMF induced. Okay, we name it as a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, see, in the first position the EMF induced is 0. In the first position EMF induced is 0. In the second position EMF induced is negative maximum. Okay, this is negative maximum. In the third position EMF induced is 0. In the fourth position positive maximum. In the fifth position EMF induced is 0. Okay, let us plot a graph. okay, which looks like alternating induced EMF. Okay, here we have to observe one thing, that we are giving DC magnetic field, okay, DC flux we are giving, but EMF induced is AC, okay, EMF induced is alternating. See, the graph looks like alternating, okay, but in the dynamically induced EMF we are giving DC flux, the produced induced EMF is alternating. This is the main thing we have to observe in the dynamically induced EMF. If the alternating induced EMF we get, the frequency also we have to calculate. When alternating comes into picture, we have to calculate the frequency of the dynamically induced EMF, since the EMF induced is alternating. Okay, since the EMF induced is alternating, we have to calculate the frequency. Let us see. We have taken two poles. We got the for one revolution. Let us see. First, let us see here. Here we considered two poles. Okay, two poles. Conductor revolving one revolution. We got one cycle. Okay, with the two poles. Okay, conductor revolving with one revolution. Okay, we got one cycle. Okay, we got one cycle. These are the observation from this. Okay, next we try to see with the four poles. Okay, we try to see with the four poles. North pole, south pole. Okay, from north to south, the flux lines will pass. Okay, this one flux. Okay, from north to south. Let us consider the conductors. Let us consider the conductor is moving in the clockwise direction. Okay, conductor is moving in the clockwise direction. Okay, we name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Conductor is moving in the clockwise direction. Okay, see, make it as simple. Do the Fleming's right hand rule and take the polarities of the conductors. Okay, we get the graph in this manner. Okay, one cycle and the second cycle. Okay, EMF. This is the position angle. Okay, just you do it. Okay, you do the Fleming's right hand rule and do the polarities. Take the polarities of all these conductors, make the positions here, position angle, do the graph. Okay, then you will get the two cycles. This is one cycle and this is second cycle. Do it and comment it below. Okay, you get it or not. See, for the two poles in the last one, two poles, for one revolution of the conductor we are getting one cycle. For the four poles, for one revolution of the conductor we are getting two cycles. Okay, from these we have to calculate the frequency. Okay, we all know that frequency is equal to, the frequency definition is number of cycles per second. Okay, let us consider these, all considerations are per second. Okay, let us take poles, revolutions per second and cycles per second. Okay, see, first we have taken 2 poles and we made 1 revolution, we got 1 cycle per second. Next 4 poles, we made 1 revolution, we got 2 cycles. Then you do it with the 6 poles with 1 revolution, you will get the 3 cycles. If you do 1, we can write it as a 2 by 2. 2 we can write it as a 4 by 2. 3 we can write it as a 3 by 2. This numerator part we can take it as a poles. Okay, 2 poles, 4 poles, 6 poles. Okay, then for p number of poles we can get the p by 2. Okay, if we take number of revolutions as a 2 revolutions, we can get 2p by 2. 3 revolutions, 3p by 2. For n number of revolutions, we can take it as a np by 2. This is the frequency formula. Cycles per second is nothing but frequency. Okay, frequency F is equal to np by 2. Here p is number of poles, but here n, small n is RPS, revolutions per second. Okay, when we have to calculate for revolutions per second is if we take the time as a seconds calculation. Okay, for minutes calculations, F is equal to np by 120. Here n is equal to RPM, revolutions per minute. Okay, F is equal to np by 2 Hz, for n is equal to RPS. This is the formula for n is equal to RPM. This is the dynamically induced EMF frequency. Okay, now let us see the statically induced EMF. In the dynamically induced EMF, we have seen the conductor is rotating and the magnetic field is stationary. But in the statically induced EMF, conductor is stationary and the magnetic field is varying. Okay, statically induced EMF is the EMF induced across a conductor with the time invariant magnetic flux, with the time varying magnetic flux. Okay, with the time varying magnetic flux. This is statically induced EMF. We already know that with the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, E is directly proportional to the d phi by dt. Okay, E is equal to n d phi by dt. Here n is equal to number of turns in the coil. There are two types of statically induced EMF. First one is self-induced EMF. And the second one is mutually induced EMF. mutually induced EMF. The best example for the self-induced EMF is inductor, and the best example for the mutually induced EMF is transformer. In the particular lecture of the transformer video, we will briefly describe about the self-induced EMF and the mutually induced EMF. But now we see what is self-induced EMF and what is mutually induced EMF. Since the EMF induced across a coil, EMF induced across a coil due to time varying flux produced by same current coil. Okay, it means take the inductor. See, we are giving the current to this coil and EMF is induced in the same coil. This is called the self-induced EMF. Let us see the definition for the mutually induced EMF. Okay, mutually induced EMF, EMF induced across a coil due to time varying flux produced by another coil current, which is mutually coupled to it, As we taken the example for the transformer, let us see. Okay, this is the primary coil, this is the secondary coil. Here we are giving the supply, okay, voltage, current. Here we are giving the current to this coil. Directly we are giving the current. As this is AC, alternating current, the flux produced is also alternating, means alternating flux. Due to this alternating flux cuts this coil and EMF is induced here. EMF is induced in the secondary coil. It is known as a mutually induced EMF. Okay, current directly is not passing through these secondary coils. Current is passing through the primary coil and the EMF induced in the secondary coil. It is known as a mutually, this process is known as a mutually induced EMF, and the best example is transformer. Okay, third one is rotational induced EMF. This induced EMF we see in the induction machines topic. Okay, induction machines topic, we'll briefly describe there about the rotational induced EMF. In the next video we try to get into the subject. Okay, thank you.